see scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Hey guys, it's Necromus here, and today I'm going to be doing a discussion video on non-player characters in the Mortal Kombat games. So obviously this is going to have spoilers, light spoilers, like I'm not telling you guys the ending or anything. Going to have some light spoilers for the Mortal Kombat 11 story, and some light spoilers for the Mortal Kombat 11 crypt. So if you haven't finished the story or you haven't fully explored the crypt, probably best to stop watching this video now. So I mean, Mortal Kombat has so many characters, and since fighting game rosters usually only have 25-30 characters, there's still so many they could use for their story modes or comics, so why not? I loved seeing Shiva in the new story mode. Seeing her have a new design and story relevance really makes me think she's going to be DLC, and I couldn't be happier. Shiva really does need to be in this game, it just doesn't feel right not having her, especially since we missed her in the last game. Cyrax and Sector also got redesigned, and you can even fight them in the story mode. And this made a lot of people mad. Even in Mortal Kombat X's story mode, it made people mad. When you could fight Baraka, Sindel, Rain, but you couldn't play as them. You could fight them in the story mode, but you couldn't actually play as them. I personally don't mind this because, like I said, Mortal Kombat does have so many characters. Like they have over 100 characters to use, and since fighting game rosters are kind of condensed to 25, it limits the story. It's like, where is everyone, right? So it only makes sense that they're going to have some characters that aren't playable show up in the story. I don't entirely hate the fightable NPCs, but I do think that NetherRealm Studios should just stop putting them in the games, because obviously people don't like them. And they should just do what they did with Shiva, because they can get the point across. Shiva was in the story mode, she only showed up in the cutscenes, and she had a role in the story. But you didn't fight her, she didn't have a model or anything like that in the game. She was just in the cutscenes. They could have done that with Sector and Cyrax. They didn't need to make them half-baked fightable characters, because it's boring. They're just it's literally just Triborg from Mortal Kombat X if you look at their movesets. They have nothing new, nothing exciting. I would much rather see these redesigned Sector and Cyrax as DLC characters with totally revamped movesets for Mortal Kombat 11. I think that would be much cooler and have a lot more potential than the half effort they're putting in just for these little story mode appearances that most people don't even really like anyway. So yeah, I think it's time to reconsider that in NetherRealm Studios. So that's basically just how I feel about the story NPCs, but on to the crypt NPCs were what I found the most interesting. So again, like I said, spoiler alert, but Kenshi and Ermac are killed off in the crypt, so your character can use Kenshi's blindfold and Ermac's amulet. They're just like these little gameplay things to make the crypt more interesting. Ermac's amulet, you can remove rubble that is in your way to unlock certain areas, and Kenshi's blindfold basically enters this ghost realm where you can find secrets that you wouldn't be able to see normally. Anyway, out of all the NPCs that showed up in the crypt, Ermac was the one that caught my attention the most, because while his appearance was very, very short, there's something interesting here. They gave him a totally new redesign. Why would they give him a new redesign just for a small crypt cameo? I mean, he wasn't even on screen for longer than like 5 seconds. I mean, come on, that's pretty obvious Ermac's going to be DLC, and that's what his main design's going to look like. You're not convinced? Look here. There's a scene in the crypt where Reptile shows up, but he has the exact same design he did in Mortal Kombat X. They didn't redesign Reptile, and he showed up just as long as Ermac did. He had the exact same costume from the last game. So, looks like we might be getting Ermac DLC. That's just what I think. I always kind of assumed they would put Ermac as DLC because it's just weird not having him in the game. And he is a huge fan favorite, but this really just validates it for me. I really do think we're going to have Ermac in this game. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about NPCs in Mortal Kombat, and if you think we're going to be getting Ermac for the DLC. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this has been Nick from us. See you later.
Let's see how he likes a Kamehameha!